Let's talk about spiritual consent.
What y'all doing? Just step aside and let me on in now.
Why you need him to do that? You big and strong enough to push past us?
Well, that wouldn't be too polite now, would it, Miss Annie?
Know that when you are dealing with a pathological narcissist, they need access to your soul. They need you to let them in. Just like those creatures from the Sinners movie.
Why you can't just walk your big ass up in here without an invite, huh? Go ahead. Admit to it.
Admit to what?
That you dead.
So you listening to this?
So people, understand, if you are dealing with one of these toxic personality types, they want you to come into an agreement with them. So if you were entangled to a pathological narcissist and you were married to one or dating one, baby mama, baby daddy, girlfriend, boyfriend, or even friend, that was the agreement. You were involved with them. They were able to breach your perimeter. You were unaware that you were engaging with an evil spirit. An evil spirit. And what does an evil spirit do? An evil spirit, people, is against the living. Evil is the opposite of the living. They are against the living. They are against growth. You cannot grow with a pathologically narcissistic personality type because you are dealing with the spirit of the dead. The dead don't grow. The dead regress. And here is how you can simply tell this. For that entanglement, maybe the entanglement was a couple of months, maybe it was a year. Maybe it was 5 years. Maybe it was a decade. For some of you, maybe it was a score. All right, 20 years, 30, 40, 50 years. Did the individual grow like a good stock, like a good asset? Or did they regress? Did they get worse with time, like a liability? Because if you're listening to this audio or watching this video, then that relationship crashed and burned. It sank like the Titanic because you cannot grow with the spirit of the dead. The dead destroys. Pathological narcissism is a low vibration, destructive spirit. Destruction is the opposite of growth. Hence, people, it is important that you truly understand that life is spiritual. We are spirit beings having a physical experience. Hence, you need to learn to discern the spirits around you. And discernment is a skill. It is a skill that can be developed because discernment is your ability to judge well. Because when you judge, you want to judge accurately. Because if you were entangled with a pathological narcissist, you were entangled with a predator. Sleeping with the devil. Trying to love the devil. Trying to love a demon. But you cannot love a demon and a demon cannot love you back. Demons cannot receive love nor give love, not at their frequency. Life is spiritual. Spirit is frequency. Spirit is energy. That's the law. That is a divine law, not a man-made law. The law of vibration is a natural law. It is a divine law, just like the law of gravity. And the law of gravity states that all things will be pulled to the center of the earth. That's why when you fall down, you don't fall up. That's what the law states. Similarly, The law of vibration states that everything in this universe moves, vibrates, and circles. Nothing is at rest. We live in a universe of motion because even objects that look solid are made up of molecules and atoms that are constantly in motion. That includes you, your body, your mind, and yes, your emotions. What are emotions? Emotions are energy in motion. Hence, if pathological narcissists are stuck at the bottom of the consciousness ladder, then they are constantly transmitting a negative frequency, a low vibration, shame, fear, disgust, anger, rage, pride. That's the disorder. That's the pathology. And the pathology is pattern dysfunctional behavior. Life is spiritual, people. Life is spiritual. Hence, if you're dealing with someone that is stuck in a negative state, then they will drag you down. That's the law. Water must meet its own level. If they cannot get up to your level, they must drag you down. Down to where they must drag you to hell. Because hell is where they reside. And hell is a dimension. Hell is a state of suffering. And pathological narcissists cannot seem to escape hell because they're filled with pride. They top out at dysfunctional pride, which is grandiosity. A grandiose person does not self-reflect. What a grandiose person does is they project, they blame others for their issues. And if you don't self-reflect, you don't grow. And pride comes right before the fall. And they fall right back down to shame. To go through the same shame-pride cycle. Stuck in hell, unable to leave, unable to evolve because they cannot self-reflect because they abandon their true inner light for an ego. And people, when you truly understand what is happening internally at a spiritual level, you will get the courage to walk away and stay away and heal because you cannot grow with destructive energy. You cannot grow with destructive energy. You cannot grow with evil. Evil is a destructive spirit. And you will eventually see that regardless of the time or the duration of the entanglement, all of these relationships must fail because you are dealing with a walking parasite. They drain. They will drain your energy. That's the law. If they cannot go up on the consciousness ladder, well, they will drag you to hell. Because you must lower your vibration to get into an entanglement with a pathological narcissist. Demons are low vibrational beings that cannot step into the light because if they get into the light, they will be destroyed. So instead, they feed. You're dealing with a bottom feeder. Hence, learn how to identify and avoid these toxic personalities. Avoid the voids. You're dealing with a walking black hole. What do black holes do? Black holes absorb light. Life is spiritual. Life is spiritual. If you are a star seed, you do not commune with black holes. You should be communing with others like you. They're bright, shining star seeds just like yourself that are operating at a similar frequency as you. And if you seek, you will find. That's the law. That's what you call the law of attraction. And the law of attraction states that like attracts like. And whatever frequency you send out, whether through your thoughts, your beliefs, or your emotions, you will attract back into your experience something similar because you will frequently see where your frequency is. You will frequently see where your frequency is. Hence, get into alignment, get into flow, get into the fourth dimension or higher. Get the courage to walk away, stay away, and heal. Because if you raise your vibration, the law states, like attracts like. Like attracts like. People, we have to be very honest with ourselves, because if you were entangled with a pathological narcissist, all that means is that your vibration was set too low. Narcissists are low vibrational beings. They're stuck at the bottom of the consciousness ladder, but you don't have to be stuck. You can get the courage to ascend. You can self-reflect. You can grow. You can self-reflect. You can grow and attract like-minded people like yourselves. In a nutshell, understand that you are not a victim of circumstance. You are the architect of your reality. So understand that your thoughts are blueprints, your emotions are the builders, and your actions lay the bricks. Hence, the question that you truly must ask yourself is this: what frequency will you choose to live in from this moment forward? And know that if you're ready to break free from old cycles and learn how to consciously create the reality that you deserve, I'd love to help you. Check out NarcDojo.com for the different coaching options that we have available. Because when you change your vibration, you change your life. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Sheikah is the name. I'll see you in the next video.